KPIs. My husband is the KPI police here. And so we do everything from like, okay, so all of our cold call data goes in here. We are tracking how much we're spending on cold calls, how many leads came in from that. Like it's a whole system. And so this is too much for me. So what we did is we simplified it for me, and we do acquisitions KPIs. And so like if we look here, these are the numbers that we were doing. And so this is probably week, I don't even do mine correctly. I give them to Chris on a sticky and he puts them in the big tracker. But so Alex has to put this stuff in. So he tracks how many processes he did, you know, like taking them through our wholesale process, how many offers he did. So he did 4 processes and not a single offer. So that means he either got ghosted, which means he didn't set expectations correctly and he didn't give permission to say no, or it means that he processed people that were not qualified leads, okay? And so I look at this stuff because it shows me when we've got a clog in our sales pipe. Like I can identify where our issue is pretty easily. So he did 2 processes this day and 1 offer. His goal is 3 offers a day. And so you can see this week he didn't really hit that. So then we've got to go back and look and see like why, what's going on, and all of that good stuff. So this was my follow-up specialist. She did 4 live transfers this day, which is really good. Live transfers are really, really key for our company. This is how many hot appointments she scheduled, and this is how many warm appointments she scheduled. So these are the KPIs that I keep track of personally: processes, offers, contracts, and closed deals. And then Chris takes that information and he puts it into our big KPI tracker, which shows us like how much our marketing dollars earned us. Like, was cold calling more profitable? Was texting more profitable? Now we're looking at PPC. We're looking at, like, at one point we had like 8 cold callers and we were still getting in as many leads as we're getting now with 5, right? Because they were just not getting the right training that they needed. So more is not always better, especially when you're managing your own cold callers. So we just look at different stuff like that. And then our KPIs are how we discovered, like, okay, yeah, our cold call deals are taking, like, cold call is a follow-up game. Like every once in a while you'll hit one that is brand new that you close, but most of them, because you're reaching out to them, it's like a follow-up and like a nurture game. So that becomes really important to know that, like, hey, if I'm only doing cold calling, it might be 4 months before I get a deal, right? And so you gotta pay attention to that. Or like when we hire more cold callers and skip trace more data, we're not going to see that influx of deal flow until 4 months out, potentially 6 months out. So
that's imperative. That's important to know for everyone, because sometimes we think, well, I called them, they said no, that's it.
Yep, exactly. And then your other question was PPC. So we do Google ad marketing. And so people come to our website, they fill out a form, the lead comes into my system, and I get an email about it. And we follow up with them immediately, like pretty much no matter the time of day, unless it's like totally ridiculous, like 2 o'clock in the morning or something. So we follow up with all of those right away.